Good evening, collective. Hello, light workers. Welcome back to this space. I am Frankie with thirdeyepisciano, and we are back. This week, welcome YouTube, and hello there on Instagram. Today's topic is about the Sacral Chakra, and it's part 2 of this series, if you will, that I started last week, doing this deep dive on each and every chakra. Going a little bit further to what each chakra represents, its functions, its key themes, and ways to balance it, ways to identify when it's blocked or unbalanced, the symbolism, and just taking an overall deep dive. Hey, 89 Chucha, how are you? Welcome to the space. It's good to have you. So, whenever or wherever this finds you, whether it's right here live, whether it's at a later time, whenever it is that you're here, just know that this is the precise and exact moment that you have to be. So welcome. Give me 1 second here on Instagram. I'm gonna have to I had to pause the live on Instagram because I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. And when that happens, I tend to receive a call, a text. So I'm glad I remember when I did. So usually I give a few minutes on Instagram in case anybody wants to hop on live, get the algorithm going. And then I actually start on the topic, and we're gonna again, like I said, take a deep dive into all these beautiful parts of the sacral chakra, and how truly it's really important, and it's the second chakra. And it's just very important to share this knowledge and nurture each and every one of ourselves and this community and this collective. So we're going to put good intentions. And I'm really trying my best to put all the love and effort and knowledge that I can into this. I write my notes, I type my notes, I print them, and then I write on them. So I'm just gathering all this, and each time keep expanding. Like I mentioned on last week's video or live, or on the root chakra, and if you haven't seen it, go see it. Last year, I only talked, I would say, we glanced over the chakras, but actually taking the time to go through each one of them is truly giving us this time, giving us each week to become more conscious about it, try to practice a little bit more, learn, nurture our spirit, our energy, raise our vibration and our frequency. And especially during these times, at wherever part of your world, there's constant changes happening here and now. And this is why the importance, now more than ever, to learn about all this knowledge. Learn about this other body that we truly are, our spirit, our energy. Learn about each and every chakra. Learn how to start making this habit of meditation, of being present, of lowering the chatter of the mind, of being in more of this place of calm, of seeking higher knowledge in order to execute solutions, and not let ourselves be taken or robbed, kidnapped by our mind, our ego, our thoughts. Our mind's a beautiful thing. Our brain is a powerful machine that powers all of who we are. But we are not its thoughts. It's a beautiful tool, yet we should never identify with it and try our best to come back to our present, because we are also the spirit. And there resides the guidance, our abundance, our perfect health. And try to do this work the best that we can and keep on the evolution. So with that, it's a good transition. It's 7:07, or what I call here in Third Eye Pisciano, the witching hour. So I'm going to start getting into this topic. Welcome again. Good evening. So today's topic, the Sacral Chakra. And now that I'm looking on all around me, I have an orange lighter. I have an orange highlighter. The universe is already leaving its sign. I just realized that right now. That's so funny. And as we'll come to find out, the energy or the vibration of the Sacral Chakra is orange. The Sacral Chakra, also known in Sanskrit as its name, Swadhisthana, is the second of the 7 main chakras of the chakra system that, as we've identified, exist through the bottom of our, or the base of our spine to the top of our head. Are these 7 pool of energies. I deep dived last week a little bit more on that, and this chakra, or this second pool of energy, is located right underneath your belly button in that lower abdomen region. It is associated with the element of water, and it's also associated with this color orange. This chakra physically or in the body is associated with our reproductive system, male or female, with everyone, it doesn't matter, kidneys, and the adrenal glands, our bladder, and all these in this area that are involved with fluid and flow, really. And so it makes sense that's associated with water, and so it is in our body as well. And this location, it's truly it's in the area of the sacrum. So think back last week that the root chakra was in this, and pretty much right in the tailbone. So we're moving right up, and it's in the sacrum where this second chakra lives. And some of the key themes of this chakra, we find here emotions, creativity, passion, and sexuality. Ooh, sensuality. Of course, we also find in this area, because it's linked to our reproductive system, some big themes here is fertility, childbirth, and one that I added as I was typing up my notes is this inner child shadow work, and we'll get into that a little bit more later. And some of the functions of this sacral chakra. The sacral chakra governs pleasure, connection, and emotional expression and plays truly a crucial role in experiencing all these things. It is the sacral chakra is directly connected, as we mentioned, to fertility, from childbirth in a woman to the birth of new beginnings, ideas, projects, dreams, and any type of ventures. And truly anything that you start or that involves beginning. And this is because the sacral chakra is linked to creativity. And think about it, it's like this door to thinking outside of the box and expanding our awareness and our abundance. Some symbolism behind the sacral chakra. Here we find that, as we mentioned, the sacral chakra is associated with the element of water. This is because water, like emotions, is constantly in motion, changing, adapting, and just as the sacral chakra's energy should be able to ebb and flow. If we truly have a balanced sacral chakra, we find that it flows at this easier rate. Another important symbolism behind the sacral chakra is that the sacral chakra is associated with the color orange. Yet again, reinforcing this color orange. That's why I have it on today. And orange is the blend of the color red and yellow. These colors represent the root chakra and the solar plexus chakra, which are the neighboring chakras with the sacral chakra. And they represent the grounding energy. The red represents the grounding energy of the root chakra, and the yellow represents this joy or happiness from the solar plexus chakra. And it does this beautiful blend that creates orange, but truly it's the energy here that we're speaking about, because orange embodies this beautiful blend. And we find here the sacral chakra's qualities of balance, enthusiasm, and emotional expression. Two, I would say, like, important sacred geometry that I'll point out in the actual like flower that we see that represents the sacral chakra is that the sacral chakra is represented by this lotus flower that has 6 petals. And this is because each of those petals represents negative qualities that each one of us has, that is found in our ego, that can be overcome and they can be purified. These type of emotions can be anger, hatred, jealousy, cruelty, desire, and pride. Another, I would say, important symbol that is important to speak about is the crescent moon. So we see the flower. Hey Vero, how are you, girl? Thank you for being here. Help me with your likes. Gracias, gracias. A very important part of the symbol. Hey chica, of the sacral chakra, like we said, it's this 6 petal lotus. So inside this flower, there is this oh, thank you. I'm good here. I'm good. I'm just like speaking about the sacral chakra. We're deep diving here. And we're talking about the symbolism right now. Then I'm going to speak about a balanced, unbalanced, and ways to help cleanse, balance it, and all this, and get into a meditation. So the crescent moon that we find is in the bottom of this flower, and truly why this moon is there is because it's this representation of the cyclical nature, just like the moon. Like the moon has its lunar phases. There is this cyclical or the cyclical nature in us or in the universe, which is birth, death, and rebirth. And of course, the moon also controls the tides, and as we've mentioned, the sacral chakra is associated with the element of water. So that's why the moon is put there as a symbol. So another symbolism that I forgot to mention last week is the archangel. Hey Panda, how are you? Thank you for being here, girl. Help me with your likes, help me with your comments. Thank you so much for being here. So the archangel, I forgot to mention it last week for the root chakra, but okay, well, I'll say it for the root chakra first. In symbolism, the archangel associated with the root chakra is Archangel Uriel, and this is because Uriel is representative of like this protective force, like this grounding, as we spoke about the root chakra last week. It's this grounding, protection, abundance, perfect health. He also helps us with spiritual expansion. And he helps, of course, with the cleanse and balancing of the root chakra. So that's for root. For today, for the sacral chakra, the archangel associated is Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel. Panda says, I'm good. Hey, hey, how are you? I'm good too. Thank you for being here. It's so good to see your message. I hope I'm seeing you at the end of the month. I hope so. We need to reunite forces and speak. Beto says she loves the frequency sound. Oh, I'm glad you guys are able to hear it. I was hoping you guys are able to hear it, and if it wasn't too much. So the archangel associated with the sacral chakra is Archangel Gabriel. I liked how I said chakra right now. And Gabriel is primarily known as a divine messenger. That's why he can be also connected to the throat chakra, because he is the bearer of good news. We all know the story in Christianity that he is associated with this annunciation to Mary about the birth of Jesus, and thus why he's linked to the sacral chakra, because it's this link to fertility, childbirth, and that's where we find our reproductive system, male and female. But with female, it happens to be that's where their portal lies. They're the ones that bring life here physically to this earth. Gabriel is the name, is also means the strength of God. And I think it's fitting with the sacral chakra because it represents this this chakra of emotion, of this emotional expression, sensuality, your sexuality, and all this. And I say it takes strength to remain in the path of life, the higher path of strength, of overcoming. So I think that's fitting in that part. Archangel Gabriel is also associated with divine inspiration, dreams, and spiritual guidance. A balanced sacral chakra. So when we have a balanced sacral chakra, when it's balanced, when it's good, and remember, like I mentioned last week, sometimes we balance our chakras unconsciously because, of course, we're still in diapers as a society in energy work and meditation. I feel like this is a wave that's barely coming, this vibration. We're trying to lift it up. We're trying to help put it up. as much as we can. And of course, when we do that, there is like threats of stagnant vibrations that they need to be taken care of sometimes. And that's why sometimes it feels like things happen when we raise our vibration, but it's part of the balance and it's part of all this. But when we do have a balanced sacral chakra, it's characterized by like emotional stability, so feeling at peace, happiness, balance, feeling strong with strength, just having like this blast of creativity. And of course, this can be like from art, things like this, or things that you do with your hands, or hobbies, or sports. But it can also be creativity, like I mentioned earlier, thinking outside of the box, because here in the sacral chakra is the door or the portal, if you will, to thinking outside of the box. That's why it's also connected to our inner child, because that's where our creativity and imagination lies. So we can also use it like for our abundance, to make money, for our day-to-day things, however this resonates for you. And of course, having a balanced sacral chakra leads to a connection with sensual experiences that are really good. And of course, here, sensual experiences, right? When we can balance it, it's easier said than done. I underline this because it's something that I feel like it's we're speaking more about. And when with sensual experiences, they could be blocked because of things we've inherited, family chains, trauma, wounds, sexual wounds, right? History, past lives, even in gender roles and all this. So the importance, putting this importance on this chakra, now more than ever. And then, so what does an unbalanced sacral chakra look like? An unbalanced sacral chakra may lead, of course, to emotional issues, difficulty expressing your feelings, challenges with like creative expression, and of course, challenges with your sexual or sensual expression. Other emotions felt could be those 6 emotions that we mentioned with the lotus flower: anger, hatred, jealousy, cruelty, desire, pride, all those, like your ego being loud type of feeling when it's unbalanced. And it happens. Life is mucky and it's complicated, and we're complicated beings. But good thing is there's these spaces. That's why I record it on YouTube, Instagram. So it's kind of like I'm doing this archive with these series of chakras, so we can always come back to this space as many times as we need. I'm even doing it for myself and learning along the way. So again, thank you wherever and whenever you are, whether you're here live or whenever this finds you. So of course, not to fret, not to be sad, help is on the way. Good thing is that there is ways and methods to I'm like, that's a word I gotta change here. Methods to balance and or cleanse the sacral chakra. Number 1, like I mentioned last week, of course, smudging your Palo Santo, right? Your little Palo Santo, your sage, your incense, like I have back here. Whatever resonates, whatever type of herb. Some sounds, some frequencies that you can use, like some that I have on right now. I'm gonna mention this one because this is the one that I have on right now. It's the 417, so 417 hertz. This frequency is, of course, associated with this chakra, and it's used to like balance emotions and creativity. So if you're having you're feeling down one day, you feel like like a rainy cloud over you, put this on, or you feel like just stuck in these places, these frequencies help. And there's also the 303 hertz. So this frequency can be used to balance open, of course, the chakras. When we open them, that just means that we're balanced, that that pool of energy is all good and not mucky. Um, it helps with relaxation, healing, of course, meditation. Some crystals that we can use, that we can carry on ourselves, or to balance or to reinforce this energy of the sacral chakra. One is citrine. I have citrine somewhere. I have a little bit here. Tangerine quartz. Orange calcite, another one. Aventurine. Cornelian. I have one here. It's a little one, but I have one to show. One of my favorites, sunstone. Sunstones help with creativity, expression, sensuality. And sensuality, remember, it's not just sex, y'all. It's like feeling good about yourself, your expression, and how you feel, and all this, you know. It's a lot of self-love too. And another one that I didn't even think about until like I was organizing to be here, was that I thought about because I saw it, because I have it on the pyramid here. It's copper. Copper's another one. And then I thought, well, houses do use copper pipes for water. So I thought, like, yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I have some copper here in this pyramid. I think you guys can see it there on Instagram. Right here on YouTube. But yeah, so that's another one that you can like wear on you, in your pockets, in your office, in your bedroom, in your living room, or just have it in your pocket with you, in your bag, in your purse. That helps to reinforce that. Candles, orange candles, of course, those help a lot with legal matters. I use those for legal matters because they have this grounding effect, this joyfulness, but of course they can also be used for like blockages of like all these things we mentioned. Physical exercise, y'all. Of course, this is always going to be something that helps to balance and unblock the chakras, because this harnesses the power of the earth element, releases tension, boosts endorphins. You're releasing, so you're helping to clear stagnant and negative energy in general. Practice grounding. Grounding helps. And I would add swimming. With the sacral chakra having its association with water, swimming is another good physical exercise that can be done, or something engaged with water. Clothes, like I mentioned last week, wearing clothes, attire, outfits. Orange is however you perceive it, but most people perceive it orange. And of course, it's not like, of course, that it's physically orange. It's the vibration of these chakras. It vibrates in the color orange. And that's why I have my orange shirt today, to reinforce that energy. Another way to balance and cleanse it, using water. I've talked about this. I'll keep talking about it. Personal energy resonance. You know, you generate an intention by rubbing your hands together. You take them out, you bring them back in till you feel that tension. You start doing a sphere and put your intention there. Balance, peace, creativity. You know, good sexual, sensual experiences with myself and others. Whatever. New beginnings, too. It's associated with new beginnings, birding new ideas. Projects, dreams. Put it out. Put it in water. Put the water around your altar. Leave your water. Drink your water. Of course, like I said, swimming in water, too. That helps. In oceans, lakes, rivers, pools. And of course, last but not least, and one that we shall practice right now, meditation. Then yoga. There's yoga poses. So like the butterfly pose. I wish I could show you guys, but it's like kind of when you like bring the palm of your feet together, and then you bring it in, and you do kind of like this triangle. Well, it looks like kind of like a butterfly pose. That's one way to like open or balance the sacral chakra. Meditation, visualization, tai chi, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, this inner child shadow work. And of course, because it's connected to our reproductive system, it's connected to each and every one of us, that with the womb of our mother. So It's connected to our inner child as well, our creativity, our imagination. So when we can do this inner child work through meditation, through therapy, however it resonates for you, it truly also does help to elevate that chakra's energy, opens it with more access. You're able to, of course, it's not one session, one day, one therapy. No, of course, it's this constant work. We're constant evolution. We're constantly growing. We're constantly changing. So it's part of this chakra right there. But anyways, that's just the deep dive with the sacral chakra. I like how I'm saying it, chakra. And I hope you all found that beautiful. But I say that was a theory. Now let's move to the meditation. Hey, Wolf Attack. So if you're ready to meditate, whenever, wherever you are, let's practice on balancing, cleansing, and opening up our sacral chakra. Okay, so we shall begin. One and very important thing is our posture, your position. If you're sitting down like I am, put your feet flat on the ground and intentionally tell your mind that you're making that connection with the ground, with Mother Earth. Your back, you want to straighten your back, but you don't want it to straighten where it'll distract you and you're uncomfortable. But you also don't want to be hunched over where you inevitably will fall asleep. So you want to be in this middle spot where you're straight, but you're still in a comfortable position. And then the mudras in your hands, you want your palms facing up. And this is the way that we're going to do it in order to receive. I mean, if you want to do other mudras, you're more experienced in meditation, go for it. But if you're following my lead, just in mudras of receiving, palms up, spread out. Of course, but relax them. Relax your hands as they fall down onto your thighs. And then you want your gaze just looking straight and just very slightly drop your eyesight. Very little. And once you're ready, close your eyes and simply start connecting with your breathing. Inhale and exhale. You don't have to modify or change it. Just observe. Observe how you're breathing. Observe how your body keeps you alive automatically without you telling it to keep you alive. Observe the miracle of being alive. Observe how your body maintains you full of oxygen and life. And every time you exhale, you're slowly releasing tension, density, stress, and anything that weighs. Just release it. Let it go. It does not serve you, and it has been guiding you all day. Just for this next few minutes, allow yourself to disconnect and just anchor all your attention to your breathing. Follow my voice, and your mind will inevitably try to distract you, try to tell you the itinerary of the day, try to discourage you and tell you you're not doing this correctly. But you'll anchor yourself back to your breathing. you'll inhale. You'll put a smile on your face and remind your mind that you're meditating, that right now is not the time, that you're in control, not your mind. Exhale and release tension, density, stress. And we'll do 3 deep breathings to go even deeper. Inhale all through your nose. Hold your breathing. And exhale slowly through your nose. Release all tension. Lower your shoulders. Unclench your jaw if you have to. Separating your upper teeth from your bottom teeth. Inhale. Hold. And exhale slowly through your nose. Releasing. And this time, take the biggest inhale that you can. Inhale. If you expand your lungs, you expand your energy. Inhale a little bit more. A little bit more. Expand your energy a little bit more. Hold. And exhale very slowly through your nose. Inhale. And return to your normal breathing and just feel. Observe how you're in this space, more relaxed. Your heart rate has lowered. The chatter in the mind has lowered as well. You're more calm. Put a smile in your face. Remind yourself that you're happy and this is a gift you're giving yourself. You're giving your spirit. Just anchor yourself to your breathing and follow my voice. All you have to do is breathe and reposition yourself anytime that you need to. I want you to imagine, visualize, using your creativity and imagination, that you're walking in this very green forest filled with the highest trees you've seen. All the bushes, nature, and animals you can think of are here. Put all the details in this scenery. You are here. Your energy is here. And a path opens right in front of you, inviting you in to this mystical forest. Right before you step in, you just stop and observe. You don't know how to explain it, but you've been here before. And you walk in. and you're walking in this forest, turning in this windy path. And you're going deep in its nature. You can smell the fresh air here. You can feel the wind caressing your cheeks. You can feel the shade covering you and cooling you from the sun. Use your senses and anchor yourself to your breathing. Don't let your mind distract you from this beautiful moment. As you keep walking, you hear the rushing noise of a river. And as you get closer and closer, you start hearing that sound louder and louder. And you can start seeing as the river forms right in front of you. And you're walking and getting closer to it. You can feel its energy. You can feel it inviting you in. You can feel the mist of the water touching your face. As you are now right at the edge of this river. On the other side of this river is the silhouette of somebody else. And they too are walking towards the river. And as they're getting closer and closer, you start to make out that this is the silhouette of a child. This child, as it's now reached the edge of the river, you see its facial features, and you realize this child is you. You look at him with a loving expression, with your heart full of excitement for this beautiful reunion. It's been far too long. But truly, this child has always been inside of you. It only takes you to relax, to breathe, to anchor yourself into the present moment and make consciousness of this beautiful part of yourself. You step into the river as it starts calming down and invites you in. Your inner child does the same. This inner child is swimming to you, and the river just reaches you up to your belly button. And as it reaches up to your belly button, your sacral chakra is activated. So put all your attention there. This is in the lower abdomen area of your body, right underneath your belly button. Focus all your attention there as you inhale and exhale. This sphere of energy with each inhale and exhale starts forming. This sphere is very crystalline and pure in color. It's an orange copper color, and it is your sacral chakra being activated, cleansed, and balanced in this very moment. Two rays of lights start forming from your sacral chakra, and they exit rapidly, descending down through your hips, your thighs, wrapping around your knees, your legs, your feet. And they descend rapidly into the ground that you're touching, and rapidly takes these ray of lights the shape of the roots of a tree and connect you and ground you to the energy of the Mother Earth, to your abundance, your creativity, your emotional expression, your perfect health. At this time, your child has reached you, your inner child, and this beautiful reunion has begun as you both give each other a huge hug. Your inner child has a message for you of love, of peace. Concentrate and receive that message. And you remind your inner child to always remain with that imagination, that creativity, that excitement. No matter what happens in life, it is always worth living, fighting for, loving harder. Life will test you. Life will make you strong. But life does not have to make you bitter. Embrace your challenges and use them later as your greatest weapon. Your inner child, with a loving, beautiful sight from eye to eye, starts to disintegrate into this beautiful particle of lights. And he enters right through your heart space, reminding you that he lives there always, and that you always have access to that imagination, that fountain of energy, of joy, of happiness, of innocence, of creation, of love. And as your inner child enters your heart chakra, it impacts the heart chakra, lighting it up, and it sends a ray of light from this space up, passing your throat, your mouth, your ears, your nose, your eyes, and concentrating at the very top of your head, in your crown chakra. And this chakra opens up like the petals of a flower, and a very pure crystalline tube of light makes contact with your crown chakra and floods you with love, with the Creator's energy. And you feel like somebody gives you a hug and is cleansing your aura and your body. Reminding you how loved, blessed, and protected you are. You and your inner child. And that your sacral chakra is now cleansed, balanced, and open. Just observe and feel. And you start returning to your physical space and into your physical body in which where you are. Inhale. Exhale. Start returning to the space. Inhale. And this time when you exhale, open your eyes very slowly and stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. Don't put your hands down. Stretch till you feel a nice crack, telling you that we're resetting the energy. Your vibration is higher. We've elevated the frequency. And we have landed right back. And our sacral chakra is open, cleansed, balanced, with this beautiful reunion that we were guided to do with our inner child. Because truly, I channel these meditations. I don't plan the meditations. The theory, the conversation I have before the meditations, yes, I do. I do my research. I'll show y'all. I do my notes. But the meditation, I channel it here in the present moment. Because I receive guidance. I lower the voice of my mind and my ego. I come to the present. And I've just been doing this a little bit longer. I'm just one step ahead. But each and every one of you can do this and must do this. It's your birthright. It's like your spiritual workout, if you will. Ah, that felt beautiful. Always, I meditate every day with another group, but when I do it here with thirdeyepisciano, it just, the energy that is shared in this space is incredible. Was anybody on Instagram right here on this live able to do it? Able to connect? Did you guys receive a message from your inner child? See a symbol, a color, a smell, a memory? Did you just like my voice? Did you feel relaxed? Tell me. Help me with your comments, your likes. And thank you, y'all. Thank you for everyone that joined. Wow. I had my eyes closed and I was leading this meditation, but trust me, I was feeling the energy. I could feel each and everyone's energy. And I always feel like we're in a room and we're all in a circle and we're just sharing each other's energy. Even if you're not on Instagram live now, if you're watching this at a later time here on Instagram or on YouTube, it doesn't matter, because time, when we're present, when we're in the here and now, time is happening all here in the here and now. So I feel that too. So tell me on Instagram. How are you guys feeling? gonna turn on a little smoke. And since we finished a little bit earlier with the meditation, I'm gonna pull one oracle card from my new deck that I got. This new deck is Angelic Activations. So I can pull one or two cards and see who was here. Pandemonium said, I saw lots of green and blues. Ooh, well, you know, the green could be with the heart chakra, perfect health, healing, also healer energy. The blue, if was it baby blue? Because if it was baby blue, it could be this throat chakra energy and speaking your truth. Or communication or a blockage is there, or something that can liberate you, or speaking your truth is what will heal you, is what I'm getting. But if it was like a more indigo blue, that could also mean like your third eye and like your psychic abilities. Danny California said stress. Girl, did you do the meditation or not then? Diana said peaceful. Were you able to connect, Diana? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thank you. Margarita Gonzalez, thank you for being here. Yes, baby blue. Yeah, throat chakra energy. Definitely St. Michael. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael right there. Yeah. Maybe there's something you haven't spoken. How did you feel the meditation? Did it help you though? And if you guys are too shy to share here too, you guys always can DM me. We can always book a personal session, reading, chakra alignment. Hit me up on my DM. All right. I turned on a little bit Palo Santo. I'm going to set an intention. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All the feedback, it's really helps. And it truly makes this worthwhile, and it motivates me to keep going no matter what. Each session, each live, each time I do this, it's different. And even when y'all do this at a later time and you guys are messaging me, that also like fills my heart up. So thank you. And we're just like learning. We just keep learning. Because, you know, I'm learning myself. Pandemonium said, I felt I needed to hear this today. That's one thing I always start each and every live at this space. I always say this at the beginning. Whenever or wherever this found you, just know that you had to be here today, and it was the precise and exact moment. And there was probably something, you landed here, whether it's here in this live or you're watching this at a recorded later time. There is no coincidence. You needed to hear something, and that's why you're here. So yeah, don't doubt your intuition, Pandemonium. Don't doubt it. They're already telling you with those colors. Okay. God, source, universe, angels, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, and beings of light, please shield us and this collective in their homes and their families and my own from any other evil eye, any other stagnant and negative energy that's not welcome here. Only the highest council of light and messages are permitted here and in their space. So mote it be. Amen. Okay. So this is it by Kyle Gray. Angelic Activations. On the weekend I got Gabriel, which I thought Archangel Gabriel, which I thought that was cool because the Sacral Chakra, as we talked about earlier, is related to Archangel Gabriel. So I was like, that's cool. And of course, y'all, last week we did root chakra. Next week we're going to do solar plexus and so on. And for sure this week, I am going to hop on either tomorrow or Thursday to do a live just for tarot. I'm still debating if in Spanish or English. I did it in Spanish last time, so I'm debating. If y'all come, I'll do it whatever you guys tell me right now, since you guys are here. Oh, well. I mean, I guess that's not fair because it's in English, but we'll see. But for sure. This time for sure. Okay, let's see. Best and highest messages. Beings of light, archangels, angels. Who's here? Who was here present, guiding this meditation, helping this beautiful collective and third eye? Show us. Reveal. And help me with your likes. Help me with sending your good energy as well, collective. We'll see. Okay, this one flipped. So I'm gonna go with this one. This one. Let's do one more. Oh, there it went. Real quick. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny that's who came. Kind of preluding to what's to come. So the first one that came out, Sandalphon. He is the twin brother of Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron is this archangel that's been getting closer to humanity in these recent decades because he is one with Archangel Michael that's guiding this spiritual evolution or this evolution of humanity. And there's no coincidence why you see a rise in all these spaces. So he's one of the main ones. Well, this is his twin brother. Here, he's portrayed feminine, masculine. They're energies. They don't have sex. They're beings of light. They don't have bodies like we do. So Sandalphon, I love this archangel because she is very close to Pisces. I'm a Pisces, of course. And they're also very close with like anything that has to do with music. So I feel like I do my lives with music, and I know he is that archangel that guides me, because my meditation, I don't change the music. I don't put any playlist. Sometimes the music will jump on its own, and I feel like it kind of like accommodates with what's needed or what is needed to work on in that moment. So I always feel like Sandalphon's present. And of course, Sandalphon's also having to do with time, this idea of time. So Sandalphon says, the time is now. This is a moment of acceleration. Go for it. Don't hold back. Proceed. Wow. This is very clear confirmation for anybody. All of your hard work, focus, prayers, and intentions have led you to this pivotal moment. Any hesitation you may be experiencing is just a sign that you're on the verge of something wonderful. This is a time for you to surmount your fears once and for all. Stand in your power. Angels have your back. Wow, that's very powerful. Thank you, Sandalphon. And the activation. So these cards have an activation. I love it. I get my right hand, I put it in my heart, and then I say it. I'll say it twice if you guys want to do it with me. I trust when the universe says yes. We'll do it one more time. I trust when the universe says yes. So we're already manifesting right there because we're speaking from the present. Thank you, Sandalphon. I'll show them again. Beautiful card. These cards are beautiful in general. Bello. Okay, and the second one that came out when I came after, I was like, ooh, foreshadowing. Because this is Archangel Jophiel. And Jophiel is that archangel that's associated to the solar plexus chakra, which is what we're going to cover next week. So don't miss it, y'all. Be here. So I love it. Let's see what Jophiel has to say. Maybe it's starting to prep us a little warm up before we actually get all into it. So, oh, I didn't show her. She Joe feels also. I'm gonna say she, but Joe feels portrayed as a feminine energy. But if it resonates for you, masculine, hey, who am I to tell you? This is by experience, spirituality. So it's however it resonates for you. But usually, Archangel Jophiel is portrayed as feminine. Thank you for those that have joined the live right now. Thank you so much. We're almost ending it. We're reading this last card, but I invite you all, look at the recording. Catch me next week. I'll be live later this week with only tarot and oracle pool. Okay, so we'll finish up here. So this is Jophiel. She has that yellow golden energy in the back, even the solar plexus. Foreshadowing. Get ready. Jophiel says, weed your thoughts. Your mind is like a garden, a space that requires time and attention. Take time to weed out the thoughts and feelings you know are spoiling the beauty. Release from your mental space the recurring stories that you are telling yourself, especially those that are hooked into the energy of fear. Instead, think about what you desire, remember what lights you up, and enjoy the blessings that are in your life. Let flowers bloom from your loving thoughts. Oh, I really like that. That's really beautiful. Okay, and then the activation. So we'll do it. I'll do it 2 times. If you want to do it with me, I invite you to do so, especially since we're in like a group setting here. The energy that we can create is higher. So right hand in heart, inhale. My thoughts are seeds that bloom. My thoughts are seeds that bloom. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Grazie, grazie. Thank you, Jophiel. And I will end it there, guys. Oh, I'm ending at 8:08. So thank you so much for all of you that were able to join live on Instagram, that were able to leave your comments, your likes. This really helps a lot. I hope you all can be back next week. I know I said I was going to do Mondays, but I've been doing Tuesdays. So I hope next week I have my crap together. And yesterday I had to change the brakes of my car. Muggle life stuff. Human life stuff. But it's also part of who we are. It's also part of spirituality, and we live in this amazing planet. So but hopefully next week I'll announce it anyways. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving yourself this gift. And again, anything you all need, I am always a DM away. Danny, California, I love you too. Diana, no, thank you. Aw, well, I'm gonna see you ladies soon, I hope. In person, but I hope to see you on here. But I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. Namaste. Adios. Arrivederci.